Game 1 of the semifinals. This is, well, not semifinals. This is for third place here.
Yo.
Do what?
I'm back.
All right, man. This is our semifinals. This is best of 5. So gotta win 3 to get to third place and the cash monies. Because third place does indeed win a portion of the huge amount of cash prizes that Molten is putting forth for this tournament. So huge thanks to them for hosting this. It's been a blast commentating it, and I'm really excited to get down to the nitty gritty, the finals. And this is the third place game. So this is going to be against our Turbo Cleave, actually. Our Turbo Cleave versus the KFC we just watched as well. So it's going to be an interesting game. I anticipate the Turbo Cleave trying to connect to the Hunter, but who knows, man? They got plans, man. They got plans, and I'm just here to watch and enjoy. Man down at the bottom. We saw this before. Just Hail Mary trap landed on the Paladin. They might go in on this. Hail Mary trap. Dude, this Hunter has been doing that all day, actually. Been landing traps just from up there. If these guys start to play like that, they'll just go in and throw a trap down, hits the Paladin, and they'll go ham.
He's got them linked 360 no-scopes, man.
Yeah, man.
They're having no-scope traps, even.
Yeah, no-scope traps, dude. And Chained Evil actually took quite a bit of damage there. It looks like the KFC is starting off very, very strong on this Turbo. Look at that. Wow, that trap landed instantly. Holy crap. Landed a trap on the Paladin. Paladin got out of it, though. It's all good. But it looks like so far the KFC has been on the more aggressive side of things. But with the heroism coming out, this could it could change the tide of battle right now. As long as if the warrior tries the blade storm, it probably will get disarmed. But right now it looks like they're trying to pour a lot of damage into the Hunter, which I think is probably the right call. It's chunked down to about 30% health. Forces a quick deterrence. Nothing more than that, though. Hopefully not for the. Oh, that's because his healer Bumblebee was actually in a fear during that, so he wasn't able to get any sort of healing through his deterrence, and has to get bopped out of it. So they're gonna get right back on him as soon as that bop's over. Throws a Hail Mary trap down. That lands too.
Amazing trap. Can't drink of that.
These traps are weird, but they're landing and they're working. So must be doing something right. We do see Greatson taking quite a bit of damage, on around 50% health here from Bladestalker. Looks like they might just sit on him. He does take quite a bit of damage. They're getting a cleave established between the warrior and the shaman. We'll see if that continues.
It looks like the Hunter is the kill target for the Turbo Cleave.
Yeah, we did.
Definitely.
But oh snap! Pushing warrior here hard.
Watching him.
Warrior's got shield wall.
30%. Doesn't want to mess around with that. Lands another trap. Chained Evil might be in trouble here. That shield wall is going to be fading very, very soon.
And it's down. He's got his regen, but that's only going to last so long as well.
They're going to have to find some way to turn the
Really
tides
got to
here.
get some counter pressure up. Yep.
Definitely. I don't know if they want to resort to this pet killing strategy. Maybe not as a main tactic, but they get it. They killed the pet, and they're able to blade storm right on execution. No peels coming out from the warrior. Bumblebee is able to free cast in heals, but the warrior's, instead of peeling, he's actually too busy trying to kill this paladin, Leroy. Leroy did not have the bubble there, though.
Greatson is staying quite low right now.
He is. Paladin actually has to bubble him, because both him and his shaman are quite low at the moment. Leroy being...
That looks like we're looking at a switch to the Pally here.
Definitely, I'm watching it. Although the Bladestalker wasn't able to get a bubble out of the Paladin, so if things really get ugly, he does have a bubble in his back pocket. So hoping he won't need it right now. True Paladin being
the warrior on him,
selfless.
it's only going to last a couple of seconds though. Shattering through is going to take that clean off in about a second.
I'm pretty sure Bladestalker just reflected a Hodge on the Leroy. That's pretty sick.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Bumblebee was nowhere close, I don't think. Complete opposite side of the map, but who knows. Right now, things are sort of stabilizing. Bladestalker really liking this hitting the Paladin idea. I'm not really sure why he's favoring that, but look at Execution right now. Execution having to deter. Where's his Paladin? His Paladin's right next to him. He's trying to run to the pillar with his Paladin in tow, but that might be his last deterrence here. If Chained Evil and Greatson are able to connect on him, it could be really bad news for Execution here. But we're seeing Greatson take a lot of damage, trying to get to a pillar. Whatever Bladestalker touches is turning to mutton almost. he seems to be just chopping up everybody right now, whether it's the Paladin or Greatson. But right now, Greatson's going to pop Wolves, get some good damage up on the Hunter. Meanwhile, Leroy is handling Bladestalker once again.
He is just filleting gentlemen right now.
Unfortunately, like the damage that he's putting out it's good, but I don't know if trying to solo the Paladin behind the pillar is the best strategy here. But I guess as long as execution is okay, it's a perfectly viable strat. But it seemed like they've sort of abandoned the classic KFC strategy of landing traps on the healer and killing a DPS instead of now they're trying to sort of do some sort of split action. But I don't know if that's the right strategy. But I guess it's working out all right for them. But it might just be giving the Turbo Cleave chance to get some cooldowns together and counter pressure.
I mean, Leroy's like trying really hard not to get. In fact, the other pally is quite low. Both pallies are quite low, so we might be looking at a kill in the next couple of minutes.
Execution has a deter forced out of him. He's trying to revive his pet. That earlier time when they killed. Oh, he's not gonna get the revive, and he's gonna pay for it. Wow. I guess he was trying to revive his pet as a last resort, but didn't end up working for him. So I guess that earlier pet kill really did matter. We've seen that from Morning Sun throughout the entire tournament. They like to kill pets. They're sick, twisted people, but their arena strategies work. And it gets them the first game of the semifinals here. So not semifinals, keep calling semifinals of the third place match. So they're going up with a 1-0 lead on season end here. We can see if they can carry that strategy through. That was really interesting. I don't know why they decided to hit the Paladin so much there. The KFC did. They seem to be doing really well, applying pressure to the Warrior, and it worked. They got defensive cooldowns out of the Warrior. They got shield wall. They never quite got a bubble out of the Paladin, but I feel like the trap strategy would have eventually forced a bubble and then maybe even gotten a kill as long as they kept playing defensive enough. The game certainly went on long enough, but they decided to do a split strat.
That Hunter was quite good at landing those traps, so I don't understand why they didn't stick on a DPS like you said.
Yeah. Oh, well.
You know, it'd be very interesting to hear from that team as to why they switched to the Pally.
Yeah, I don't know. The Warrior was dealing good damage to him. Like, there's no doubt about that. But he never really got him much lower than like 30% or so. I think he got him to about 20 when the Paladin jumped off. Maybe took some fall damage or something. I don't know. But other than that, the Paladin definitely felt comfortable with the Warrior on him. I don't think he minded all that much. So Morning Sun is looking at a 1-0 lead over season end, their KFC opponents. Last game we saw Morning Sun put a lot of consistent pressure into that Hunter, really not letting him apply the pressure he needed to, and even killing his pet to make sure that some of his utility wasn't even there, not to mention his damage. Season end, we saw start off with a really strong CC on the Paladin, getting damage on both the Shaman and the Warrior, getting lots of defensive cooldowns, and then they changed their strategy up a little bit. They had the Hunter and their Paladin trying to deal with the 2 DPS, while the Warrior went on the Turbo Cleave's Paladin. So I'm not so sure about that strategy. Maybe they'll stick to what worked for them early in the game during this game, and we might see a different result. Either way, it's going to be a lot of fun to watch, and I'm looking forward to it. We'll get going right here in a second. Gates are open. This is game 2 of the third place match, best of 5 series. We're seeing the KFC once again take the bridge, and once again we're seeing the Turbo Cleave take the bottom of the map. Another Hail Mary trap lands.
At least that Shaman, yeah, ate the trap that time.
Didn't get the Pally this time. Yeah.
I better start for the Turbo Cleave anyway.
Yeah. See Chained Evil get right on execution, doing exactly what he did last time. Look at Chained Evil dropping to 22% health, having to get it bopped instantly. Wow. This KFC is certainly capable of some tremendous burst damage. Whether or not they can sustain this momentum that they've gotten early in the game, we'll have yet to see. But even Chained Evil is taking quite a bit of damage from the Warrior. I think I misspoke and called the Shaman Greatson Chained Evil there. But even the Warrior gets chunked as soon as this KFC turns on him. But with maybe some cooldowns down, with maybe that first burst out of the way, we're going to see this Turbo Cleave connect on this Hunter. Instantly bop. They see the heroism, they bop it instantly. However, it does get purged off, so we're going to see this Turbo Cleave continue their pressure onto this Hunter. Meanwhile, Great Sid is taking a tremendous amount of damage. Chain Evil's gonna try to
Alright,
Blade
they
Storm.
pull that head there again.
The Blade Storm was not enough of appeal to save his partner Greatson, though. The KFC was relentless on that Shaman.
I didn't even notice he died.
Dude, he got blown up, man. They popped heroism,
Like, I
perks
was
the
looking at
bop
the
off.
pet, man.
Yeah, you're looking at the pet. Yeah, but Chained Evil did all he could, I guess. He just tried to, you know, Hail Mary Blade Storm, just putting it out there and hoping for the best, and ended up having his Shaman die. So that was a really fast game. We are seeing some fire from this KFC. They are not going out that easily, and they definitely want to even up this series 1-1 in this best of 5. All right, man. So we definitely see that the KFC is not out of this one just yet. They're perfectly capable of running in there and smashing this turbo cleave if given the opportunity. I'm not really sure what the turning factor was. Maybe I just wasn't paying enough attention, but I didn't see an especially high number of traps land on Leroy or anything. They were just relentless on applying their pressure, which is what a cleave like KFC has to do. You've got to get the pressure lead, and if you can hold that pressure lead, you put a team so far behind they can't recover, and you score a kill, which is exactly what they did. So we'll see if they can do that again.
Total of $400 grand for this particular tournament.
Yeah.
And another $400 grand for the Cataclysm tournament, which will be tomorrow, which is just crazy. High stakes 3v3.
Yeah, definitely a show of Molten is really appreciative of their community. Definitely wants to reward the players who put in the time and effort to improve at the game and get to the point where they can compete in a tournament like this. And it's awesome that they host this tournament. And I've always had fun doing it last time, doing the commentary for it last time. I'm having a blast this time as well, hanging out with you, Merc. So we'll have to see. Molten definitely loves their community.
It's been fun, man. It's been fun.
Yeah. All right, man. We're getting into Game 3, the third place match. Last time we saw the KFC absolutely come in hot with their special herbs and spices and destroy Greatson, ground him into dust. And we'll see if they'll come back out with a similar sort of zest. Look at those traps. How did that land? Wow. He just chucks it in there. These instant traps, man. Was it always like that in Larath? Did the traps always instantly land? I don't know. Either way, he's using them to...
No, it wasn't.
He's using them to great effect in this matchup. All right, looking at Chained Evil. Chained Evil doesn't even want to waste his time with the warrior. He's like, no, I'm going to get right on this Hunter. That's all I'm going to do this entire match with this Hunter. But the Hunter alone is crushing Chained Evil. He's on a 24% health. He needs to get back to his Paladin. Wow. Now we're going to get a heroism.
He's trying to get that LOS happening, but it's not happening. Even the pet's chunking himself.
And something is shredding both Greatson and Chained Evil. I'm going to have a look at Bladestalker, see what he's up to. Bladestalker is finding himself in the middle of a retail storm. Definitely don't want to hit the warrior during that.
No. Quick way to suicide it.
Yeah. Looks like some of the damage that we saw from the KFC earlier on the Turbo Cleave is somewhat under control. But right now I'm just seeing an absolute melee brawl right on this pillar. Everybody seems to be in like a 3-foot radius of each other. And that's a perfect time to Blade Storm. And we're seeing that the Blade Storm is taking its toll on Greatson. He's dropped down to 30% health before his Paladin's able to pick him back up to 50. But as we saw last game, this KFC is not backing down. Once they've got somebody in...
They're trying to kill that pet again.
Oh, yeah?
And they just got it down. Yeah, they just dropped it.
Alright, this time, as opposed to last game, they didn't have to trade a pet for the Shaman, so I would say they're in a better position than last game for sure. Maybe even an advantageous position overall. Trap goes down. Ooh, there's a Hex on Bumblebee, though.
That Hunter is getting hit hard, and there's the turns.
Wow, that was epic. Okay, so we got a Hex on a Bumblebee, which he bubbled. The Warrior casted Shattering Throw before he even bubbled almost, it looked like, and got the bubble off instantly, which is going to put him in a really bad position. Feign death there, not quite dead yet, but if things keep going exactly the way they're going, they might be very dead very soon. Nice focus charge on that.
Completely owned. You got to remember, back in the day, Hunters didn't use focus, so he's going to be doing a lot less damage as well without his mana.
I am really enjoying the warrior play right here. We're seeing from Chained Evil.
God, he's down.
Yeah. Chained Evil put together a beautiful sequence of plays right there at the end. From the Shattering Throw, the instant Shattering Throw, to the focus charge forcing the bop. Really relentless CC and damage. CC on the Paladin and damage on the Hunter. definitely deserved that win with that excellent play right there at the end. That was beautiful to watch. So I don't want to doubt their abilities, but I don't know if a 2v3 right now is going to happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Looks like Turbo Cleave's turning their aggression onto the Paladin with no bubble. He is going to go down, and they're going to have a 2-1 lead in this series. Excellent warrior play there at the end. Awesome coordination and communication from this Morning Sun team. These guys are a lot of fun to watch. We've enjoyed watching the entire series. All right, there we go. Another win in the books for Morning Sun. They are on the cusp. They're on the cusp of the third place winnings. But like we've seen, cannot count this KFC out. You guys do not have 2 wins. You have 1. There we go. Morning Sun has 2 wins. Season End has 1. They can fight their way back into this. It's still anybody's game. But right now, Morning Sun does have the lead. It's 5. Best of 5.
No quick runs.
Yeah. All right. So once again, we're seeing Morning Sun playing very smart, playing very cagey play. I think the pet killing strategy. It's smart because it limits the enemy team's damage, but you know, it also limits their utility. They don't have to worry about having to play so defensively. It actually opens them up opportunities to go more offensive, which is what their team is really good at. It's about connecting to a target and blowing it up. And once they get on this hunter with no pet and force a few defensive cooldowns out of the paladin with excellent CC like we saw before, some hexes, some focus charges, some fears and hodges, that hunter's going to run out of deterrences really fast. And if they can keep chopping through those defensive cooldowns and playing smart, and eventually they're going to get a kill. And killing that pet really minimizes the amount of times they're going to have to go defensive against this team, which is really good for them. Not so good for the KFC. We're going to see how the KFC responds to this pet killing strategy. Hopefully they recognize exactly what's going on and maybe adjust their strategy to counter that. But we'll have to see.
I did notice the Pally in that last match actually getting a lot of healing on that pet to try and keep it alive for as long as possible, but that also did destroy the Pally's mana quite a bit.
Yeah.
So.
And opened and I imagine also opened up his teammates for a little bit extra damage because Morning Sun, they're not afraid to split. When they connect, they do tremendous damage, but they are not afraid to split. Have a look at Blade Stalker running in here. Like we've always seen, there's going to be a tremendous amount of damage coming out from the KFC early in the match, and Chained Evil wants nothing to do with it. He just runs away. As soon as Great Sin starts to get hit, he starts to kite away, and subs, like a wrestling match, tags Chained Evil, and he's like, alright man, your turn, take some damage. I'm gonna go behind the pillar like you just did. So far so good. We're trading off who's tanking this ridiculous KFC damage. Bumblebee does get hexed, gets out of that hex, and we're seeing Great Sin drop about 30% health.
Oh, missed trap.
Oh, if he would have landed that trap, that could have been big defensive cooldowns. Oh, Bumblebee's gonna sit this fear, gets out of the fear, but Chained Evil is going to try to Blaze Storm on execution. Now, this might be the time the pet. Yeah, I was just wondering when that pet was going to go down, because about this time in the arena match, once that Blade Storm comes out, they start to cleave the pet down, and so the pet does go down. So what you've been talking about, how important this pet is, there it is, Lion 10 in the middle of the arena, but Leroy's also in a trap. But luckily, since the pet was down, Chained Evil doesn't have to worry about quite as much burst coming out on him. And execution is going to try to do the old deter revive pet. Doesn't work out for him. Is he really? No, okay. I was like, there's no way. Alright, he gets bopped out of that. Out of his feigned death. And they immediately just turn the damage on a Blade Stalker. I think once that pet goes down, this KFC really, really struggles. And that's something that Morning Sun has most certainly realized and put into great use. Missed the trap.
Yeah, they figured that out very quickly, and it's good that they did.
Yeah, they've been like I said before, they've been slaying pets all tournament. And it's been working out really well for them against every comp. Execution might just have experienced his execution. He lives again! His feigned death once again. But the warrior intervenes to his paladin, gets some positioning on him. Oh, it didn't go down quite yet. He did throw another focus charge on a Bumblebee with the wind shear, and a focus pelt on Bumblebee into a hex. This paladin cannot cast a thing. Chained Evil and Great Sin are all over him, not letting him get a single heal off. And I think that chain CC that we saw right there at the end, the intercept, the charge, the pummel, the shear, the hex, and ended up costing execution his life. But that was supreme
honestly, I want to put it down to skill on on this Turbo Clip spot, but in reality, once that peck down, the match is pretty much over for the FC. They need that thing up because that hunter is spec BM.
They do.
If that hunter was marksman, it'd be an entirely different ballgame.
Yep.
It's just interesting because they're going for that hardcore burst. That Pally on their team really needs to look after keeping that pad up in future.
Yeah. Well,
but I don't think they'll have a chance, will they?
Yeah, they had so many clutch interrupts on that paladin later on at the end. They kill the pet, CC the paladin, and that hunter will go down. So huge congratulations to Morning Sun for their 3rd placement in the 3rd ever Molten International Tournament. Congratulations, you guys. Enjoy your prize money. Enjoy your prize money because you certainly earned it. You gave us an amazing show and played some awesome games. So huge congratulations to you guys, and thanks so much. And now we'll be moving.
Great, Sin. I'm your biggest fan.
And I enjoyed watching Chained Evil play quite a bit, so very good job to the whole team. That's awesome.
It was fun too to watch.